Previously on the Codpast.
Season 5 ends with Dean having a normal life and Sam sacrificing himself to save the world.
For the greater good.
Yeah, to lock Satan away forever. And so it's sort of like a nice, like, full circle thing. Sam locks Satan
and Michael
into Satan's
Dean
cage.
lives a normal life,
Right.
but then at the very end you see Sam looking at Dean through the window, and then it's like...
If you cut that one last minute scene, it would be a great ending.
Yeah, if you just cut Sam out.
Welcome back to the Codpast. Today we are talking about Supernatural. I'm V.
Awesome sauce.
DT.
X and effects, baby.
We still use those names.
Also, spoiler alert already. We already
For a
spoiled.
show that
We already
ended
spoiled.
6 years ago.
Honestly, I'm surprised it ended more recently than I thought.
The thing is, it started...
2020.
It started when we were all in elementary school or middle school.
Yeah.
And I didn't start watching it until high school.
I watched it.
Or after high school,
I watched
actually.
the first 5 seasons in high school and then abandoned the show.
I remember because, like, I finally caught up. The show came on Netflix when Netflix used to have their yellow subtitles. It was early on Netflix.
Apparently, Netflix changed some of the music from the original airing.
Yeah, because they couldn't copyright.
They didn't get the rights to it.
Yeah, that's why
We
I bought the
are
whole thing on
Charlie
DVD.
Coon.
and so after season 5 ended, I was finally caught up with everything. So I watched season 6 as a premiere, and I watched with their grandpa Sam, and I watched everything on until then. With like the Leviathan, Charlie.
It's funny because I watched season 6 in high school and I remember hating it. I stopped watching the show altogether.
That's right.
But
The alphas.
Now that I've gone back and rewatched it, I was like, season 6 was not that bad.
Everyone hates the Leviathan season.
Everyone does hate that.
Well, yeah, I mean, season 5 felt like such a good finale. And then there's another go round where instead of taking the Impala, he takes a Charger, which they use for a little bit and then gets destroyed.
I was gonna say, do you remember what season Sam had his own Charger?
Season
that was
6.
like
Because
season 6. Because remember, at season 6, when Sam gets brought back without his soul.
Yep.
And he's turned into Terminator Sam.
That's actually my next point, so we'll get to that in a minute.
Terminator Sam, and then that's when he has his Charger. But then the episode 3, when British Angel, who looks like Gordon Ramsay, was selling off God weapons. Like he was. He sold off half of Moses' staff for a black kid to get revenge on cops shooting his brother, and then Raphael's angels were after him, and then the angel gets knocked out of a window and falls on Sam's Charger, and so they would have to go back to Dean's.
No, so that's my point. Is
great context.
They introduce Sam having his own version of Baby, his own Charger, and then after like 2 episodes they destroy it, and I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like that should have been, if not a several season thing, that should have been like a 1 season arc. Where like the 2 of them each have their own vehicle, and like they have like one episode where they have a little race and whatnot.
Well, yeah,
but it's like you can get so much mileage out of that. Out of the two brothers having
their own cars,
their own different
their own
cars.
babies.
Yeah, like I thought that was such a fun concept that they just immediately threw away, and it was like, no, give Sam his own car. That's a great idea. But so my next point was being soulless just basically means you don't have like a conscience, but like you're still like, you're still fully there. You don't
for some reason not having a soul means you don't sleep.
Yeah, you don't sleep and you don't have any sort of conscience.
All your emotions are taken out.
It's like if you're, I don't know.
No,
if you're put in a if you're put in a trolley problem situation, you're just going to be.
How can I kill both? How can I send a train down both these lanes?
It's either black or white. No shades of gray.
Yeah, there's absolutely, you can't really see any sort of like.
It's either right or
morality.
It's either your way or no way.
Yeah, when Sam lost his soul, where it's like, hey, this is really bad. Like we cannot have a soulless Sam walking around. This is bad news.
He almost killed Bobby.
Yeah, they're like, we cannot have a Terminator walking around.
6'4".
Because all the other hunters are nervous around him. They're like, we can't trust this guy. One note I made that I find interesting, in this universe, it seems like leprechauns are more powerful than angels, based on just what we see. Because they only meet a couple leprechauns, but
You're wearing your Dublin shirt while you say that.
They have so
I want to bring up the leprechauns.
they have all these interactions where they'll get, cursed or whatever. I don't even remember what the specifics were, but basically something will happen to them, and then they'll go to, usually Castiel, but basically any angel, and they'll say, "Can you fix this?" And the angel will be like, "Oh no, that's outside of my power. I can't do that." Yada yada. But in one episode, maybe it was an episode. Actually, I think it was to bring Sam's soul back. I think that the angels were like, "We can't bring Sam's soul back. It's trapped in the cage." But then a leprechaun was like, "Oh, I can do that." So I'm like, okay, so leprechauns are more powerful than angels, apparently?
So, when it comes to the power scaling, it's always that, it might have said no, they can't do that, but you have a MacGuffin that can fix it.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say it all depends on... I think... So, part of the lore of Supernatural, I think it's more of a... The more people believe in this aspect of the thing, that the more power they have. Like with the early on seasons when you have the dryads or the Santa Clauses or those things, like the more or the one episode where you had all the other mythology gods that have a meaning,
right?
And then, but yeah, like I was saying, it's one of those things where if enough people believe in that, then that deity or mythological creature has an ability.
Right.
So I think that because a lot of people believe that the luck of the Irish, the luck of the leprechaun, that they have the ability to just kind of bend the rules.
A tulpa, something that because someone believes in.
Oh yeah, the haunted house one.
The tulpa.
That is
one of my favorite episodes is when season 6 they get transported to our world as Sam and Dean.
I liked that.
As Jared Padalecki and Jensen Ackles.
I assume they used their real trailers and set for that, right? And that seemed like their real world trailers.
And Dean makes a comment about Jared. What are you? Apparently you're Polish, Padalecki. And then they have to order these things to get back. We have credit cards. Unlimited credit cards.
I thought that was a fun. Actually, that might be. I kind of enjoyed that episode more than the Scooby-Doo one.
Yeah, because they were playing on the real lives and also the fact that
they
married to Ruby.
I mean, they make so many fourth wall they break the fourth wall so much.
They got Misha Collins killed.
That is Misha playing Misha.
Season 6 when Cass has his civil war with Raphael. Cass visits Raphael in a heaven of a Texas millionaire, and where Cassiel's like, "How did he get into heaven? He was faithful."
Huh. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I remember it because I watch it all the time. Yeah, so as long as you're faithful, you can be a Texas Republican dickbag. Season 7, when the Leviathan took over their body and did a mass shooting in a burger chain in a bank. They then had to they met this conspiracy theorist who knew Bobby. He broke Sam's laptop, gave him a new one, and said that'd be $1,500. And then he told him, "No more rock star names. Go, you're Smith and Smith now."
Right.
No more rock star aliases.
And then they ignored that.
If I was doing an alias, I would go with what Reacher told me season 1. You do third baseman from the Yankees from the 80s.
Yeah, let's talk about Purgatory.
Oh.
So there's a purgatory, and that's where all the monsters go when they die.
When
Dean
they
also spent several months there.
What happens to the monsters that get killed in purgatory? Where do they go?
The void, I guess.
Super
I think they go to the void.
Oh, that's right. The total nothingness.
Yeah, which is where angels go.
No, I'm thinking. Yeah,
angels
that's
go
what
to the void when they die.
Because when Castiel got out, that's how he got out the Leviathan.
Yep.
He brought the Leviathan when he against the civil war against Raphael when he absorbed the souls of purgatory. And then afterwards, they kill the Leviathan again the next season. Dean and him go to purgatory, and he stays behind because they think that's his penance. He then gets released from purgatory by the angels, by Daphne and the other angels, and then they use him to spy on Dean and then try to kill Dean to get the angel tablet or some bullshit. I've seen this show too many fucking times.
This is really helpful stuff.
This is how the conversation usually goes with Supernatural, and then some bullshit.
We talked about the Leviathan, which people don't really like that season.
It wasn't too bad.
The way that they set it up, I liked the lore behind them more than the execution.
Uh-huh.
But the lore behind them is they're basically described as Lovecraftian old ones.
Yep.
Where they're they've been around you know, since before the universe, and like they're these old beings that. But yeah, the way they were kind of executed was sort of like meh. So one note that I have here is that Sam is casually worthy of the power of Thor, because there's one episode where he picks up Mjolnir and he uses Mjolnir to like kill some ghosts or something, and then it cuts away, and I was like, Sam, why are you not using this hammer every single time from now on? And it kind of bugged me. And then like 10 seasons later, just as like a gag, Sam pulls out Mjolnir again. And it's like, okay, so canonically, Sam has Mjolnir in his possession. Sam has the power of Thor.
Okay, so the first time, it's like, the Sam picks up Mjolnir, and then you have the dude's like, give it back, you know, I need it back. And it's like, wait, you use this to kill virgins, right? Yeah. And then kills them.
So my next note here.
Am I gonna give it back? Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Oz is real, and Charlie went there. She spent like a whole season in the land of Oz.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So like the whole like, it's so funny because they, you know, most of it is like based on religious stuff.
Yeah.
But then out of nowhere, they're just like,
oh,
hey,
Oz is real.
Hey, Oz from Wizard of Oz. Yeah, that place is real. People can go there.
And she comes back, literally split like her evil Charlie and bad Charlie.
Yeah.
I just realized something. One inconsistency. You know when everyone send an angel to the outfield, they create that sigil with their blood and put on the door?
Right.
Their hands must be fucked up.
Yeah.
And after we see their hands, we're like, oh, it's fine. Of course, they've been healed so many times, but still.
Well, yeah, this is always I cut hand for blood to get
create the sigil and then send them back.
But speaking of injuries like that, because they should have scars all over their hands. But speaking of that, Sam and Dean must have some serious CTE, because every single episode consists of them running headfirst at a demon or angel, getting thrown into a bookshelf and knocked out, and then every week they do it again, and it's like, dude, you get concussed on a weekly basis. This cannot be good for you.
Eventually he's gonna kill us. Eventually one of them is gonna kill their families.
One of them gets knocked out and has to save someone else.
They get knocked out so often.
Well,
I worry for their brains.
Remember something that came to mind? One of those start off as introduced as friends in the series, but then later on to go through the season, they're enemies.
Mm-hmm.
The British Men of Letters.
That was an interesting plot line to me.
Yes.
They started out as such bastards.
Mm-hmm.
And then by the end, they're like, all right, we're kind of chill, but we're still like, we're not, you know, we're...
Oh,
they're like, we don't trust you, but we'll still work together.
Oh, Ketch.
Ketch was an interesting character.
He gets killed, but then comes back.
He goes from villain to hero, kind of.
Then dies in season 15 with all those ghosts in that town.
Well, yeah, eventually he gets like a heroic death, I think. After he fucks their mom.
He's a motherfucker.
Ketch is like, hey, Dean, I know we're friends now, but I did fuck your mom. I feel like that ties into, because eventually he gets the mark of Cain.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
and that's when they really are like, hey, Dean, you shouldn't be killing people. And he's like, but I want to. And they're like, you really shouldn't.
And that weird fucking dude who's like, I saw you kill my father, Dean. I'm going to hunt you down.
Oh, yeah. Also, go back to your first one, but not
Joe fucker.
They killed Cain's wife, too.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, also...
Cain was an interesting character.
When Dean becomes a demon, like X-Effect said, that like G.I. Joe guy that tries to hunt him down.
Yeah, he tries to step up to Dean, and he's like, I'm a demon now, what you gonna do? And it just whoops the dude's ass. He comes back like, ha, got you, holy water. Like, I'm not a demon anymore, it doesn't work.
They got out the storyline very quickly.
No, I like that whole subplot where...
Remember the episode where it was like when the teens type of season, where Lucifer comes back.
As the president?
No, not that one. He comes back as a moody teenager living in the bunker with them, because all that, and and you know, Lucifer and God are trying to get back together. Lucifer is like a moody teenager, like locked in his room, music blasting, like, I don't want to come out and talk to you, Dad.
In my notes, we're caught up to season 13 now.
Oh God.
So in season 13, there's an episode where they go into Seattle and they run into the Italian mafia. And it was just like, I was watching this and I was like, is this what the writers think Seattle is like?
Oh,
Like,
that's right.
I was so confused where I was like, do the writers think the Italian mafia is like a big part of Seattle?
It was
The mafia has not had a presence in Seattle in a very long time.
I was so confused.
It was like
by
if there was
that.
like an Asian game, maybe.
Well, and it gets filmed in Vancouver, which is very close to Seattle. So I was like, it's so weird that they would write the show this way. Like, have they never been to Seattle before? So season 13 has the Scooby-Doo crossover episode, which
Love that.
Need I say more?
Peak.
Honestly, we could honestly spend an hour just talking about the Scooby-Doo crossover.
It's such a jump the shark, but
They got
know
the voice actors too.
Yeah, no, it's
Dean
insane.
wants to fuck Daphne so hard.
Oh god.
He's actually very creepy in that episode.
Yeah.
Because Daphne tells him, "I'm with Fred."
Daphne's like 18.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's weird, Dean.
And also, like, the first thing Dean does when he's in that cartoon university, he's like the giant ass sandwich.
That's what I would do.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
wait. And
Women,
then,
I
and then
want the
they
sandwich.
remember after the Easter sandwich, they leave the diner and driving to the home or to the house, and then try to do like
The
race
drag
the
race?
mission. Yeah.
Yeah.
Give up the smoked.
So-
I will say this though, with the Scooby episode, I'm
Yeah.
like, from an outside point of view, third person, it feels very weird, especially creepy that Dean is trying to fuck Daphne.
Totally.
But at the same time, though, if these are the characters that you grew up with and love, and you got a chance to be in the series, it's like there's a part of you that feel like you would try.
Yeah.
You like,
I don't
As
know.
long as they're all of age.
yeah,
It's
of
like,
course, of course.
I've always thought Velma was the harder one.
It's like pink. It's like if you go and like sleep with the Pink
Linda
Ranger.
Cardellini.
Yeah, it's-
After when she's a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you
Also,
at
fuck
your
everything.
current
Try-
age
getting fucking
jumping
done.
into Kim
Why?
Possible
Trying
and
to
trying
tell
to
us
eat
that
the Kim with
she wasn't
Shido.
hot.
And it's
Never
like,
she go.
yeah, it's
No,
like
no,
weird,
you
but at
knew
the same
they-
time, it's like,
Yeah, I knew
They
that
knew
much, right?
Linda Cardellini was hot. That's why they casted her.
As Velma.
Yeah.
I'm not attractive. Motherfuck, you're more attractive than Sarah Michelle Gellar.
No, they gave a whole scene. Well, it's a deleted scene of that Scooby-Doo movie of Velma doing a sexy dance.
Mm-hmm.
So they knew Velma was sexy.
I remember. I've seen it.
They knew Velma was
So
So
sexy.
what's your next point we got?
So this, I have no context to this. I just wrote they roofie Lucifer.
Yeah.
That's a thing they did.
Yeah.
They
The
roofie
show
him.
does.
They just give him roofies.
When was that?
Season 13.
Was that in the president? He's in the president or after?
I don't know. So season 14
Oh fuck.
ends with a literal Thanos snap. They literally Thanos snap away. I forget how many people. A bunch of people. Also, they burned John Wayne Gacy's ghost. I thought that was funny. They literally have to fight John Wayne Gacy's ghost.
wait,
That's
which season
crazy.
had God and his sister that they had to deal with, and then ended with God and his sister disappearing into their own thing, reality?
Season 12?
Okay.
That sounds about
In the
right.
teens. Something.
Then that's
Yeah.
that's when I stopped watching miscellaneously on TV when I in college.
In the teens, like you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we mentioned this briefly, but in season 14 they bring back their dad mid Walking Dead for one episode.
You can tell it's one
And-
because he shaved his head.
Yeah, it's fun. He looks exactly like Negan, but it's still just sort of like, well, it's nice that they got him back for one episode. Like they get to have one episode as a family, which is kind of sweet for them.
He was on Grey's Anatomy, then Supernatural, then Walking Dead.
Hey man, daytime TV pays.
Yeah, Jack is a really interesting character after he gets introduced because he is baby. He literally was born yesterday. Spoiler alert for the very end of the show, but Jack becomes like the new god.
Yep.
And Jack is like their adoptive son, I guess.
Oh, yeah, adoptive son, brother.
Yeah, their adoptive son brother. That's a great way.
Does
to
it
put it.
And he also has an arc where he gets like high school friends and they freaked out by him.
Yeah, he has a. Wasn't he like soulless at the time though?
Yeah.
So that's why he didn't have a soul. But yeah, no, Jack literally because he's Satan's son, and then he's born
Because
and
he's a
then-
Nephilim.
He's a
And
Nephilim.
raised by Castiel.
And then within what was it, like 10 days of him being born, he's like a teenager.
Yeah.
He like instantly grows up.
Speaking of that, so
And he's the embodiment of like Thanks, I'm 2.
Also, Exhibit J, why Supernatural hates women. In later seasons, they were warring against Crowley because they were gonna close the gates of hell forever, and Crowley goes after all the people they saved, or like season 1 and 2. Mm-hmm. He kills a woman that Sam and Dean saved like in season 2.
Right.
They bring her back. Sam had a connection with her, and there was a hex bag.
Also, the portal to heaven is in a sandbox in a playground.
Yep.
That's just a funny thing. That's just a
it's
funny
like,
thing I thought you should know.
It's like the Simpsons movie.
Yeah, that's how you get to heaven. So yeah. Also, canonically, Trump made a deal with Crowley. They don't say exactly what the deal was, but Crowley says he made a deal with Donald Trump, and as the Crossroads Demon, maybe the deal was making him president.
Yeah, I mean...
makes sense for him. Makes sense for Trump to sell his soul for that one.
Yeah.
And now the Hellhounds are coming for him.
Hopefully.
Also, in the same episode as that, they say that the Queen is a lizard. So, some interesting real-world implications there.
Yeah. Stuff that could be true.
Stuff that might actually be true for
might
real.
have been true.
For real.
Lizard.
So season 14 ends with, I wrote down, the evil Avengers Endgame portal scene where every ghost they've ever killed comes back and goes, on your right. It's basically what happens, is every ghost they've ever killed for the last 14 seasons comes out of a portal and is just like, we're here to fuck you up. So season 15, last season, which by the time I got to season 15, I was amped on Supernatural. Because it was like, going into it, I was like, 15 seasons is a lot. Like, yeah, that's a long time. But by season 15, I was like, I don't want it to end. There should be 20 seasons of this show. So, okay, I don't know why I wrote this down, but I just thought this was funny. God says that he liked the Game of Thrones ending. What a fucking idiot.
That's pretty great.
Well, remember, at that time, God's also a writer that gets shit on by the fans for how he ends or portrays things in this series.
Yeah.
And then hates his fans when he does, like, the fan meetup at the convention that's haunted.
So, yeah, I put here, God sent Kevin straight to hell. And
oh yeah,
it was just really sad for Kevin. Kevin just gets shit on throughout the entire series, and eventually God is just like, "Fuck you, straight to hell."
And he's one of his prophets.
I know, right? Stupid. Seriously, yeah. Kevin did not deserve anything that happened to him. Him and his mom went through the ringer. And then also Amara loves Reno for some reason. They never really explain it. Amara just has like an over-season personality shift where...
Yeah, she gives him a massage.
Well, there's the season where Dean and Sam are trying to kill her, and they're like, she has to die, she's evil, all this stuff. And then cut to season 15, and she's just like, I actually really like Reno. I should just live here. Like, I don't know, she just enjoys that city.
Reno's like the trashy Vegas.
Yeah, they don't explain why she likes it so much. That's just the one city where she's like, this place kicks ass. You did a good job with this one, God.
Is she my grandma?
Also, they say that Rowena dated Jack the Ripper.
Yeah, I can see that.
I guess both Rowena and Crowley had been alive for hundreds of years.
Yep.
The last part of the show sounds a lot like X-Men Days of Future Past, where it's like we're with the JFK shit.
A little bit.
Where they take real world shit that happened and it's like, and they put their own lore into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Supernatural acknowledges its own fan fiction and like, yeah, it's like everything is canon. And God is just the screenwriters basically talking through Chuck.
Mm-hmm.
So everything that like God basically says in the last season is just the writers talking directly through the TV. It's because they do a lot of like fourth wall stuff where like, or like meta stuff where, because God is trying to come up with an ending for Supernatural on the last in the last season of Supernatural, and he's going through like, you know, it can't end this way. It like, you know, a poetic ending would be Sam killing Dean or Dean killing Sam, or like that. You know, he's going through all the different possible endings that you could go through, and it really just feels like the writers like just kind of talking through like, how do we end a show that's been going for 15 years?
Yeah.
This was just a funny quote that my fiance had. She just said, they always pair Sam up with a girl and Dean up with a guy.
Yeah.
Just a funny observation. Every time that they have like some third party character come in, that's how it goes.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
So yeah, Rowena becomes the Queen of Hell, which makes like a reverse succession from her son Crowley. Yeah, so Crowley dies, and like I literally spent multiple seasons waiting for Crowley to come back.
Same. Mm-hmm.
Because the entire time I was like, well, they're gonna bring Crowley back. Like the way that he died, because Lucifer kills Crowley, and they make it seem like maybe Crowley has another trick up his sleeve. Maybe he has a backup plan for how to bring himself back. Mm-hmm. And then it just never ever happens. And the show ends. And I was just like, what the fuck happened with that? And no. So, yeah, I spent the last several seasons waiting for Crowley to come back. But he just never did. Which
he dies
pretty annoying.
He dies in that season where they go to a different dimension where it's black and white. And the angel and the angel Satan war happened.
They made it seem like he had a trick up his sleeve, like he was gonna come back. And same thing with Rowena. They hint that Rowena has a plan to bring her son back from the dead. Mm-hmm. And I spent multiple seasons, and then Rowena becomes Queen of Hell, and I'm like, all right, Rowena's like super powerful now. She's gonna bring Crowley back. Crowley's a fan favorite. I love Crowley, and then he just never comes back, and I was pretty disappointed by that because. Like, I know a lot of people loved...
Crowley?
Well, because I feel like Castiel got more, you know...
Screen time? More
screen time. But I really enjoyed Crowley. And it sucks that they cut him out at some point.
Oh, I remember they killed another woman on the show that we liked. You remember, Dean, of course, Dean loves black...
Charlie's the biggest one.
Yes.
I can't believe they killed Charlie.
Dean loves black people.
Oh, yeah.
Because of racist monster truck. And
one.
And also, no, you remember the psychic? Like the dark-skinned black lady psychic?
Oh, they blind?
No.
No, that's the white woman.
Yeah, you're right.
No, someone else. The black lady, dark skin.
Oh, is that Hope with Chastity's own daughter?
Hope, some shit. And then
they get a lot of people killed.
Oh,
like a lot.
It was season 15 to like this monster who could his claws come out of his wrists.
Yeah.
He was feeding off psychics. They killed her.
Yep.
And also, Dean loves black people. Dean is the most not racist person. You would think for a guy who rides in an Impala and listens to nothing but heavy metal music, he's the most unracist.
He's chill.
He's not even a fairly welcoming group.
He's not even homophobic.
He's not even really a metalhead. He's more of a classic rock guy.
Classic, okay. Yeah. But Dean's not even. You would think for a guy in his 20s and the 2000s, he's not homophobic.
Well, that's because he's been around the country.
Yeah. Bye.
And also, Dean is...
he's closeted bi for sure.
Yeah. Because Dean has wanted to fuck Castiel for seasons.
Well, let's be honest. Both the Winchesters have been monster fuckers since day one.
That's true. They both are big monster fuckers.
Like, looks like a woman? Good
but
enough.
Although I will argue Sam is more of a monster fucker than Dean is.
Because Sam
fucks a lot of monsters. So the last season, they basically just do a Crisis on Infinite Earths, where God has to destroy all the other timelines of Sam and Dean's in order to restore the supernatural multiverse.
Mm-hmm.
It's very funny. So yeah, he just leaves the one Earth. The big plan for season 15, because they want to kill God.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wrote here, the big plan, like the multiple episodes build up to this. It's like a big plot point. And Billy's big plan is just to turn Jack into a suicide bomber and kill God and Amara.
Pretty much.
We have to kill God, Sammy.
I did see a meme where it's like season 1 where it's like, this is a mega demon. This is not our usual. They're like, I don't know if we're cut out for this. This is a big job for us. And then it's like, cut to season 15 and he's like, I think we can do it. I think we can kill God.
So why does Chuck turn against him?
Well,
Because of Jack?
yeah, Jack is like a big part of it, but then it's basically like a thing where they don't like that every single aspect of their lives has been
Controlled.
yeah, like predestined basically by God.
Their parents fall in love and meeting.
And one or two things I forgot to bring up earlier. So one, I tried to do the math on how many miles you think the Impala's driven.
Oh, like, dude.
It's got to be like 2 million.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane the amount of mileage they must put on it. Like,
That must be
And they can
that
drive
must
a
be a ship of thesis at the end, because they must have just replaced everything.
yeah. No, the way that so actually, they sort of explain it, because in the final season, when God stops like helping them,
Mm-hmm.
and they lose their plot armor,
A million miles. It was a million.
when they lose their plot armor, Baby stops like working. Like Dean has trouble getting it to start and to run.
Mm-hmm.
So it implies that God was literally like the magical duct tape holding this car together, because as soon as God wasn't like
Took his hand off the wheel.
giving them plot armor, the car had engine troubles. Okay, weird lore thing.
Right.
So Adam, like first man, Adam, left Eve for an angel that then extended his life so they could try and kill God. Which was their big plan to try and turn Jack into a suicide bomb that didn't even fucking work. Yeah,
And to your
Adam,
fiance, that never happened in the Bible.
Adam gives Jack one of his ribs, which made me wonder how many ribs Adam has given away canonically at that point. Because he had to give one to Jack, he gave one to make Eve. Can Adam suck his own dick? We don't know.
We don't know.
And Billy's big plan is just to turn Jack into a suicide bomber and kill God and Amara.
Pretty much.
And it doesn't work at all.
Nope.
It doesn't kill anyone in the room.
It turns Amara against the boys.
Yeah, it doesn't kill Amara, it doesn't kill God, it doesn't kill Jack. And then it was like, okay, what was the point of this suicide bombing if even the suicide bomber didn't die? Like, nobody died from that. It was very strange.
Allah Akbar.
Just doing it for the love of the game.
For the virgins.
So yeah, the spirit bomb doesn't even kill anyone. Except it does take Jack's powers away. And then we find out after that the way it works is it's a spell that turned Jack into a power vacuum, and it made him powerful enough to kill God. And then they do the Infinity War dusting. They literally do like a I don't feel so good scene. But yeah, instead of 50% of the population, it's everyone on the planet except for like the main 3 characters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jodie and Donna are the only female hunters that don't die, other than when they get dusted in the the second to last final episode.
Yeah.
But do we count dusting as dying?
If they come back, no.
Or is it right? Yeah. So, yeah, you can tell, like Supernatural, like when the final season came out in 2020, you can tell it came out right after Endgame because they kept referencing Infinity War, and I was just like, guys, I know it was popular at the time, but like, this is on the nose.
I mean, Star Wars did the same thing after Infinity War and Endgame. They wanted to, and it almost like, even though the MCU didn't end there, it's like people like treated it as like such a capping ending that now it's a formula that people want to copy when they're ending a franchise, even though that franchise did not end.
Yeah.
The same with Star Wars didn't end either, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Right. Totally.
For ending things, yeah.
Yeah. No. So yeah.
God takes away Sam's dog.
That was Dean's dog.
Oh yeah.
That was very sad because for years, a decade plus, Dean is like, no dogs, they're dirty, I can't have a dog and baby. But then after God, because he does like the big snap, and he wipes everyone else off the planet except for Sam and Dean, and they're just wandering the planet alone. And then they find a dog, and it's like this big happy moment where it's like, oh, God must have missed this one, and Dean's like, you can do whatever and baby. Like, he's so happy to have a dog. And then God's just like, oops, missed one, and then snaps the dog, kills the dog. It's very, yeah. In the final season, God says, I'm canceling your show, and then beats them up. And I thought that was such an on-the-nose, like, I was like, this show has no fourth wall anymore. They're just, like, fully...
Fourth wall is gone.
Yeah.
There's no walls at all.
And then Jack turns God human, which is basically like the true ending to the show, the second to the last episode. So Supernatural would not be complete without some fan fiction, so I wanted to give you how I thought the show should have ended, which is basically that same second to the last episode where Jack becomes the new god. And you have that moment where, Dean says, like, all right, let's go back to the bunker. And Jack basically says, like, oh, that's not going to happen. I think in that moment, you could have Jack say that he's going to seal away the gates to heaven and hell. And, maybe turn all the monsters human or lock them in purgatory or, do something with them so that there's no more ghosts or monsters on Earth. And basically you take the supernatural out of Supernatural, and you could see Sam and Dean retire in a world where they don't have to hunt anymore, and like you could even keep that ending where they go to heaven in the end, and they reunite there. But I don't know. I thought the show would have been interesting if it ended without being supernatural anymore. And then Jack turns God human, which is basically like the true ending to the show, the second to the last episode. And then the last episode has Dean dying on a hunt, which really didn't seem that it was like a month after the other episode, because they still had the dog. Like, it was all very, like, it seemed pretty immediate to me right after they got rid of God. But that's like kind of the sad, bittersweet thing about the ending of the show is because the second to last episode is actually a great ending.
Yeah.
You can stop watching on the second to last episode.
You don't need the last episode.
You don't really need the last episode. So they build up to like getting rid of God and like restoring
Jackson, new God.
Yeah. But then they're super happy because they're like, this is the first time that our lives haven't been like, we're free.
We got no strings to hold us down.
Exactly, yeah. They're like, we have no destiny anymore. We can do what we want. And then literally like a week later, Dean dies to just some random vampire.
It was no random vampire.
And it's just like
the vampire woman that they helped out / they were trying to rescue in season 1. And they brought her back 15 years later.
Yeah.
As That's a fucking callback.
Ooh. Yeah, and it's just like, well, that's what
he dies via a barn nail.
Yeah, it's like, well, that's what happens when I guess you don't have God watching your back.
Oh.
Like he just
plot armor.
He just immediately dies as soon as he doesn't have plot armor. I hate the way. So in the last episode, Dean dies, and they don't fucking invite Jodie to the funeral.
That's right.
And it pissed me off so much. I was like, you're gonna have a funeral and you're not gonna invite Jodie? What the fuck are you guys doing? And like, I know Sam was mourning and Dean died. And
who was there at the funeral?
It was nobody. It was Sam and maybe Jack or Castiel.
That's right. Castiel sacrificed himself to go to the void.
It was Sam and one other person.
It was Sam and Jack.
That was it. And I was like, guys, call your mom. Invite her. Not their literal mom.
Call your sheriff mom.
Yeah.
The pseudo mom.
Yeah.
That's the point we want to get across in this Codpast today. Call your mom.
And then
invite her to your funeral.
Not sponsored by any company.
No,
Dean goes to the new heaven that Jack has created for everyone, and then eventually Sam joins him in the afterlife.
That horrible old man.
After living a full life. I do have a note about that. It pissed me off because I was like, they have a moment of Jared like pretending to be an old man because they're trying to do a flash forward through his life.
He named his son Dean.
Yeah, he named his son Dean, and they try and do this flash forward, and he's like acting like an old man, like he's hobbling around, but they didn't do anything to try and change his face. Like they didn't bother putting makeup on him or anything. So he just looks like a 30-year-old guy just kind of like hobbling around, and he sits in Baby.
In a bad wig.
In a bad wig, and he sits in Baby. And then what's really pissed me off was in the next scene, he did have old makeup on. And I was like, why could you guys not have done this? This is the final episode of Supernatural, and you couldn't even do like makeup for the scene where he's supposed to be an old man, and he looks like a 30-year-old man. Like, it was kind of a little bit laughable.
They're named after the two most powerful men I ever knew, Goku, Naruto.
And then, Sam doesn't invite anybody to the funeral, which really pissed me off.
Because Naruto's not even the best person in the various races of his generation. He's the weakest.
They also intentionally don't show who Sam ended up marrying, just as for Eileen. It's really weird because...
It's Eileen.
They never show it. They never say the name.
It's presumed.
It's very strange the way they never bother. Because they build up to his relationship with Eileen in the last couple seasons, and like the way she gets dusted was very dramatic. And then they do this flash forward of Sam's life in the last episode, and they're just like they show his son. They never bother to show who he ended up marrying. Like they just never. They're like, doesn't matter. We don't care about her. Like, it's just another point of, like, why this show hates women.
Yeah.
It's like, you're not even going to bother to show who Sam ended up marrying. What the fuck? Sam's son has that supernatural tattoo that they all have with the...
Oh, like the anti-possession seal?
Yep. Yeah, he has that, which implies that Sam, taught him how to hunt and whatnot. So even though Sam was able to live a relatively normal life, he didn't, like... completely abandon hunting.
Things, saving people, the family business.
Possibly. We don't really know. They kind of skip through it.
In a bad wig.
It's a big montage in a bad wig and no makeup. That scene was so, That was the
bad
one.
Bad wig, no makeup.
I was like, do you guys really not want to redo this one scene? Like, it's the only scene in the whole episode that, like, I was like, this is bad. So when Dean gets to heaven, Bobby tells him Jack fixed pretty much everything wrong with the afterlife. He brought Cass back again. They sort of just explain any of the other questions that I would have had for how the show ended. They're just like, Jack probably fixed it.
Yeah.
Wizard.
With that...
Yep. We've done it.
We've closed.
The Codpast.
Yep.
This is DT.
This has been Awesome Sauce.
V.
X and effects, baby.
See you next time on Codpast Natural.
Codpast the podcast.
Bye.
Peace.
Bye.
Later.